Hey, Royal Sussex Squad! Welcome back to your safe space for truth, clarity, and real royal reporting. You know what time it is. We are back with another deep dive into the drama the British press loves to stir up around our Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But don't worry, we're here to cut through the noise, expose the bias, and lift up Harry and Meghan with the respect and love they deserve. If you're new here, welcome. You're about to see why this is the #1 place where we don't just report on the royals. We expose the spin, amplify the truth, and honour the Sussex legacy. And if you're already part of the squad, you know what to do. Grab your tea, your coffee, or a glass of something strong. Because this one is another prime example of how the media just can't leave Harry alone, even when he's minding his business and standing up for what's right. So here's the story making the rounds. Prince Harry flies to the UK just hours before King Charles and Queen Camilla depart for Italy. That's it, that's the headline. But the press couldn't stop there. Oh no, they had to frame it like it's some kind of shady move, some palace power play. The Sun, GB News, and all the usual suspects are spinning it like Harry is either being dramatic or being deliberately avoided. And I have to say, the way these people contort reality just to throw shade at Harry is actually embarrassing. The man is in the UK for another court case. Not a party, not a Netflix shoot, not a book signing, but a legal fight about something as serious as his personal security. Let's talk about that for a second. Harry has been fighting for the right to have proper security while he's in the UK. And let's be clear, he's not asking for freebies. He's not throwing around titles expecting royal perks. He offered to pay for his own protection, and they still told him no. Let that sink in. The son of the reigning monarch, a veteran who served 2 tours in Afghanistan, a man who has been relentlessly targeted by racist tabloids, death threats and online harassment, is being told he doesn't deserve security in his own homeland. And instead of reporting on the injustice of that, the media is more interested in whether he and Charles got to share a 10-minute chat before the king boarded a plane to Italy. Honestly, priorities, people. Let's not forget. The last time Harry saw his father was in February, right after the king revealed his cancer diagnosis. And Harry didn't wait for an invitation. He didn't make a fuss. He showed up quietly, respectfully. As a concerned son, that's the kind of man Harry is. But somehow the media continues to twist every move he makes into a soap opera storyline. Was he snubbed? Did Charles intentionally fly out to avoid him? Who knows? But why is that even the focus? Meanwhile, King Charles and Queen Camilla are off in Italy on a 4-day state visit, and I wish them well. It's their 20th wedding anniversary, and I'm sure it'll be a charming trip full of carefully curated photo ops and diplomatic smiles. Great for them. But let's not pretend that this means Harry is doing anything wrong by showing up in the UK for serious business. The man has legal proceedings. And, once again, he's being dragged by the press like he's some kind of villain for it. It's a pattern, squad. The UK press can't go a week without trying to paint Harry in a bad light. If he didn't come back for the court case, they'd say he's dodging justice. If he does come back, they say he's stirring up drama. Heads they win, tails he loses, unless you look at the facts. And let's talk about that ridiculous taxpayer cost spin. They're out here reporting that Harry's 4-year legal battle has cost over £600,000 in taxpayer money to defend, but no mention of how much taxpayer money has been used to cover up for certain other royals. You know who I'm talking about. No tabloid outrage there. It's selective outrage, pure and simple, because when it's Prince Harry, the one who left the royal rota, exposed the institution's hypocrisy and dared to protect his family, suddenly everything he does is scandalous. Let's not forget that this man is protecting not just himself, but his wife Meghan and their 2 beautiful children, Archie and Lilibet. Harry knows the threats. He's seen the vitriol. He's lived through the trauma of losing his mother because of a media frenzy. And he refuses to let history repeat itself. And what about Meghan? While Harry handles this legal fight, Meghan is back in California, holding things down with grace, poise, and that glow we know and love. And let me tell you, they are thriving. They're raising their children with love, building their legacy through Archewell, and continuing to be forces for compassion and change. Harry and Meghan don't need royal titles to make an impact. They've transcended the institution. That's what the media can't stand. They walked away from the golden cage and made it on their own terms. And the press, the palace, the rota, they can't handle the fact that Harry and Meghan chose freedom, chose truth, and still shine brighter than ever. So When the press tries to reduce Harry's visit to some petty tabloid drama, we're not buying it. We see a man who has never stopped doing the right thing, even when it cost him everything: his titles, his home, and his so-called family. And to that we say, keep standing strong, Harry. Keep shining, Meghan. The Royal Sussex squad has your back always. Music swells gently. And if you feel the same, if you're tired of the tabloid lies and you're proud of Harry for standing up, not just for himself, but for justice, then show your support. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, because here at Royal Sussex Squad we tell the truth. We lift up the voices they try to silence. We fight the smear machine with facts, love and receipts. Prince Harry's recent visit to the UK should have been a quiet affair, a son simply attending a court hearing. Yet, as expected, the media frenzy surrounding his arrival painted a very different picture. Headlines screamed about Harry's fleeting visit, emphasizing his swift return to California. Some outlets even went so far as to suggest a rift between Harry and his family, particularly with his father, King Charles. This, however, is far from the truth. The truth, as is often the case, is much simpler and far less sensational. Harry's visit was solely for the ongoing legal battle he's fighting for his family's safety. It's a fight for something deeply personal and incredibly important: the right to adequate security within the UK. This isn't about luxury or special treatment. It's about the fundamental right to protection, a right that any father would fight for, prince or not. Harry's pursuit of proper security arrangements in his home country stems from a genuine need to ensure the safety of his wife and children. He knows all too well the dangers posed by relentless media intrusion and the very real threats that come with his lineage. He's seen firsthand the devastating consequences of inadequate protection, experiences that have understandably left their mark. This fight for security isn't just about Harry, it's about Archie and Lilibet, two young children thrust into the spotlight through no choice of their own. They deserve to experience their father's homeland without fear, to stroll through London's parks or visit their great-grandmother's castle without the constant worry of being targeted. It's a father's instinct to protect, and Harry is no different. What's particularly striking about this situation is the blatant double standard that the media and seemingly the institution itself applies to Harry and Meghan. While other royals, including those who don't carry out official duties, are provided police protection with ease, Harry's request has been met with resistance. This disparity is not only unfair, but raises serious questions about the motivations behind such decisions. Is it because Harry and Meghan chose to step back from their senior roles within the royal family? Are they being penalised for wanting to forge their own path, one that allows them to prioritise their family's well-being and pursue their own endeavours? The lack of clarity and the apparent inconsistency in applying security protocols highlight a concerning bias that needs to be addressed. Section 4. Beyond the headlines, Harry's legacy of service. It's important to remember that Harry's commitment to duty and service didn't end when he and Meghan stepped back from their royal roles. His dedication to causes close to his heart, like supporting veterans and raising awareness for mental health, has only grown stronger. He continues to use his platform to advocate for positive change, proving that his commitment to making a difference transcends titles and royal engagements. His visit to the UK coincided with the one-year anniversary of his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II's, passing. It was a sombre occasion, a time for reflection and remembrance. It's worth noting that despite the ongoing legal proceedings, Harry made sure to pay his respects to his father on his birthday. These personal gestures, often overlooked by the media in their quest for sensationalism, reveal the true Harry, a loving son, a devoted father, and a man of compassion. Section 5. Meghan, a target of unfair scrutiny. While Harry faces criticism for his security concerns, Meghan continues to be subjected to a relentless barrage of negative headlines and unfair scrutiny. From accusations of being difficult to outright fabrications about her character, the media's portrayal of Meghan has been nothing short of appalling. She has been demonized and vilified, often with racial undertones that cannot be ignored. The contrast between the public's perception of Meghan and the reality of her character is stark. Those who know her personally describe her as kind, compassionate, and deeply committed to making a positive impact. Yet the media continues to peddle a narrative that is not only untrue, but also deeply damaging. This relentless negativity takes its toll, impacting mental health and personal well-being. It's a stark reminder of the power of unchecked narratives and the real-life consequences of media harassment. Section 6. Reclaiming their narrative. The Sussexes fight for truth. Harry and Meghan's decision to step back from their senior royal roles was, in many ways, about reclaiming their narrative. They recognized the need to control how their story was being told and to challenge the often toxic narratives perpetuated by certain media outlets. Their legal battles, though challenging and undoubtedly stressful, are a testament to their commitment to truth and accountability. This fight is not just about them, it's about setting a precedent for how public figures, especially those within the royal family, are treated by the media. It's about holding those in power accountable for their words and actions, and it's about ensuring that future generations don't have to endure the same level of harassment and intrusion. Section 7. Standing with Harry and Meghan, a call for fairness and respect. As we navigate this new era of the monarchy, it's crucial that we approach these issues with fairness, understanding, and a commitment to truth. Harry and Meghan deserve our respect, not only for their royal lineage, but for their courage to stand up for what they believe in. They are a testament to the evolving nature of the royal family, a reminder that tradition and modernity can and should coexist. Let's be mindful of the narratives we consume and the judgments we pass. Let's support Harry and Meghan in their fight for fairness and truth, and let's work together to create a world where respect, empathy, and understanding prevail.